And this is the men's finisher tier list. We got 42 people to get through. Let's try and make this not 3 hours. So contestants, needs new finisher. Okay, good, and hype. But who should we start with first? Let's do Carlito. Carlito's back. We haven't seen too much of him in action. So let's take a look at his finisher. This is straight from the source, so it's only a few seconds that I need, so I might be good. Backstabber, let's take a look. Okay, now let's go back in time. So it's basically Codebreaker, but in reverse. I would say it's an okay finisher. For somebody the size of Carlito, 1 second. He's bigger now than here, I guess. Or it seems like. Everybody coming back jacked. Not the old man. It's like not the most like alpha male finishers. But yeah, Carlito's okay. Who do we do next? Let's get some people out the way that may cause some confusion. Angelo Dawkins. Isn't his like a pounce or something? Or like some kind of tackle? Silencer. Okay. Oh. Oh, what? Oh, is that his finisher? He still does this? I feel like I've not seen this. I guess we can go with this. Hold on. I thought his finisher was this. Which that's not the best one he's ever done. But people just... Now I don't know what to go with. If number one is that other move, then I'm just gonna go with that. Okay. Alright, we'll go with the silencer. That's clean. Okay. That's hype. Since we just did Dawkins, let's do Montez. Alright, Montez Ford. Now before I say anything and stir some shit... Allen Iverson? What the fuck is this? Okay. Montez Ford has the best frog splash right now. Here it is. I found it. Folks going back and forth about this with me, so let's do a vote. Who has the best frog splash of all time? And your options are Rob Van Dam, Eddie Guerrero, and Montez Ford. I don't think Montez has the worst frog splash here. He gets super high height on his. Here's what I'm going to do, because there's an argument to be had here. First of all, let's just get Dominic out the way, since he's a frog splash also. Dominic. Can I get a Dominic frog splash, please? Alright, so here's Dominic doing it now. It's going to be less height, less impact. He doesn't ricochet off his opponent the same way that Montez does. Montez does a more RBD-like frog splash in the sense that when he hits you, he like pretty much bounces off you way more. Oh, that was a good one. He frog splash is more similar to Eddie, which is still good. But Dominic, I think is a good finisher, but I don't think it's as hype as Montez. I think if you're going to do something as like basic or simple as a frog splash when it comes to top rope maneuvers or high flying, the way you get it into hype tier is doing like an RVD-esque or Montez-esque bounce off or getting more height to it in general. Dominic's in good for now. Next, in the same vein, Jey Uso. Uso splash. Okay, now before I put it where I'm going to put it, does anyone think that's better than a frog splash? And now that you've answered, needs new finisher. I gotta explain this tier again. Needs new finisher tier doesn't mean like the whole fucking superstars moveset is trash and they can't wrestle or some shit like that. It just means I think they need a better finisher, whether it's for their style or something just doesn't fit. For me, my argument about Jey Uso, a regular splash is just not hype. As a longtime wrestling fan, the stuff I've seen off the top rope, you know how hard it is to watch a regular splash after that? Splash works for Bronson Reed because he's like 700,000 pounds or whatever. I don't think this is a good fitting finisher for someone of Jey Uso's size unless he's gonna do a Montez and get an extra 2 feet of height in the air before he comes down. So I got Jey and needs a new finisher. And I don't think he should do the spear either. Like he needs his own new thing. That being said, there's your twin. Alright, who's next? Should we just watch a tsunami for the argument? Like, I understand this looks so crazy. How basically all the frog splashes can be in a different tier. I mean, his isn't really, it's like borderline frog splash with what he does with his arms, but they definitely do not all look equal. Okay, so here's the tsunami. Yeah, that's I don't think we need to watch more. We get the point. This is definitely a good finisher. This is much more fitting for him. He may not look like as cool in the air, which makes it like hard how I'm gonna do this. And this might even end up like lower end of hype by the time we're done. So I think we'll leave him here for now. All right, who's next? Let's look at Xavier Woods. Okay, so I'm noticing, I didn't remember this detail until I clicked this video. I thought he just jumped off from the turnbuckle. I didn't notice he tightrope walks for a second. So he walks over to the rope and then jumps off the rope? Does he do that every time? Yo, what is this? What is this? What is this recording? Hold on a second. Okay, yeah, so he tightrope walks. 1 second. That adds a little bit of swag. So Xavier Woods. That's actually better than what I was going to put it if he didn't do the tightrope part first. I was going to put him in needs new finisher. Does the tightrope get him 2 tiers higher though? I don't know. I think it's good, but it still ain't no Kyrie Sane. Like the gap between like the bar, Kyrie's put the bar so damn high for elbow drops. I can't even. Xavier lands in good only because of the tightrope swag. Anyway, Ricochet. So we're about to look at the 630 splash here, which by the way, the first time I've ever seen a 630 splash was in like maybe like 2007, Jack Evans. Like 2007 and 8. The amount of different wrestling promotions I was watching, like indies and everything. Pro Wrestling Noah, GAEA Japan, AAA, CZW, 3PW, Ring of Honor, TNA obviously, and WWE of course. Let me show you a Jack Evans 630 first. 15 years ago. I probably watched this video 15 years ago. He also corkscrews it sometimes. Look at this guy. Look at this guy go. This guy does other crazy shit too. I've seen double backflip. Look at this shit. Anyways, this is about Ricochet. The reason why I bring this up is because Ricochet, if you notice some of the stuff that he's doing with like some of the stunts and all the high flying moves, he seems to be the only one that gets away. Either he's just far and beyond the best high flyer, or all the cruiserweights disappeared, or they're not allowed to like do what they want to do. Like if somebody's in the ring here where the ref is standing, pretend that's a wrestler, and somebody's on the outside and you know the wrestler wants to dive to the outside. Nowadays it feels like there's only 2 options between every wrestler across the board. Either a suicide dive or a senton over the top. But with Ricochet, it seems like there's so many more options of what could happen. He might do a fucking senton also. But in general, when it comes to high flying moves, it feels like Ricochet is allowed to do a lot more, or just has the ability to do more. I don't know what's going on. Anyhow. I'm not going to say Jack Evans is better. No, Ricochet's a beast though. His shooting star press is clean. My argument from earlier. After you've seen a 630 splash, is there any universe where you can put a regular splash or a frog splash above that visually? There shouldn't be.
Here we go, boys!
Alright, last one. Because I don't want to take 3 hours on this video. But yeah, actually, I think that's good enough for now. We've got, oh, that's a lot. I don't know how many parts this is going to be, but we just got through 9 people, so I think that's a good divided point. But stay tuned, because these are all the people that are left. See you in the next part.